Hello and welcome back to Factorio. So I'm upgrading my entire bus to red belts, which is, you know, the bots are doing relatively well. I've been taking out biter bases using the artillery, and we are putting down these things at a reasonable rate. Once this one's finished, we will add more. The base bots are a little busy. How many do we have? There's still plenty available. Construction robots. Yeah, we've got like 1,400 in total, and we're like using close to 800 of them. But that's okay. And obviously, we are manufacturing belts. I don't think I've made any other changes. I've added gears into the network system, because there's a few things which might need them. I didn't take them from here. Along here somewhere, here, I just put an array of things. How are we doing on power? Okay, we're actually doing pretty well now. We're not using our steam engines at all by the look of it. If we go to the... no, steam engines. Yeah, see, they've just shut down because we've got enough solar power, meaning it's probably time we can start doing some other upgrades. Let me go to this upgrade planner, and I'm wondering if we've got any. Do we have many basic assembling machines still sort of floating around doing stuff? Like, we're using blues here. We started using blues for most things, I think. Blues. That's a chemical plant. But here, like this science is actually being made on grey machines. So, is there any reason I can't upgrade the belts? I don't think I've used belt braiding in most places. So there's no point doing more than we need, though. So we're going to grab all. So we're going to basically, this is military science, I think. That's going to get upgraded. So it's going to replace the machines with the more advanced versions. And we may as well do the same for this science as well. Because we have some power spare now. Are we using blues for all of our belt production? We are. We should probably add it for the inserter production. And we definitely want for the production of machines themselves. We want that to be upgraded. So the assembly machines are being made in blues, and it might be time to add an assembler to add the advanced as well, which I'll probably just feed with bots. I'll put it here, but if we look at the requirements for it, it needs 4 speed modules and 2 assembly machine 2s. So I'll have to feed that in with the bots. So technology. We've got things like refined flammables and so on. This stuff is still sort of being researched, and I see no reason not to sort of... Well, let's wait. Let's where do we want to actually go next? We do have these things still in red. We've got space science packs, rocket silos, which is obviously sort of the aim of the game. Atomic bombs, although I've still not seen any uranium anywhere on the map. Maybe if we make a Spidertron, we can sort of wander out into the middle of nowhere. So that might be something we want to do. Right, so that would require pink and yellow science to invent those things. Do I have... always just hitting keys at random. Do I have... what colour sciences do I have? Okay, I've got the purple and the yellow. So I think I've got all the sciences now, apart from space science. What would I need to research in order to be able to do spidertrons? Rocket control units. Okay, so let's do that. And let's do that. And let's see whether or not we can get a spidertron by the end of this episode. Spidertrons are basically a vehicle you can drive around in with a customizable inventory. And it can ignore a lot of terrain. It can just walk over trees and stuff like that. So it's quite expensive, and we are going to need 16 of these rocket control units. And the rocket control units are processing units and speed modules, so that's relatively easy to do. Right. Is there anything else I need to do? I've got 23 million copper, 9.5 million iron, 1.6 million stone, although we're not really using it, so that's not a problem. Still, you've got a little bit of stone here. Still draining the last of the dregs of the coal from there, and then we can clean up all that. But our trains are running nicely. The biters are well beaten back. So I'm going to extend these radar lines a bit. And I'll come back once the rocket control unit is invented. Actually, no, I'll come back once spidertrons are invented, which might take a little bit longer. Yeah, 2,500, whereas that's 300. So that's going to take a while. I've been doing some exploring. I set up a building train stop here at the stone outpost and one down here at the copper outpost. And I did the one at the copper outpost mainly so I could run a radar explore out in this direction as well. Oh, okay, these worms are eating and killing my robots. Let's see what we can do about that. We need to get a military... Let's put a normal power pole here. Actually, I could just artillery it. The problem is that the bots coming from here are going to try and cut this corner, and they're going to keep running over that thing. But surely this is within range of some of my artillery. So... yeah, see, that's going to keep happening. So we will deal with this situation. Right, so I was sort of leaving the worms and stuff, but... okay, that's out of artillery range. But that won't be a problem for a little bit. Okay, yeah, so I was saying that I was going to see why we weren't making the solar panels. And it's a lack of green circuits. They are all running up here into the blue. And incidentally, I changed this, so I am actually only taking a single branch off into the blue, and then it splits it to the left and the right. I did that with the red as well, because I noticed it was the construction was very unbalanced. But we definitely do not have enough greens, so the question is why, and what can we do about it? So I think possibly we are just using an awful lot on red belts right now. Yeah, there should be 2 lanes of the green, but we're only getting a single one. Okay, we need to increase the production of the greens. So, your raw ingredients are just iron and copper, isn't it? And if we look on the belts, we've got plenty of iron and copper up here. So what I want to do is insert extra greens onto the belt. Where do I want to do it? Well, this is where I completely run out. So what I need is some room. Where are they all going, actually? They are just all shooting up into here. Here's another example of the uneven stuff. Is like, we've got enough greens to completely fill this first lane of red manufacture, but then the second lane of red manufacture is just starved. So it is like precisely at this point here that we want to insert a whole new load of greens. That's water, that's annoying. We might be able to squeeze it in up here and then belt it round. So let's see if we can do that. We're not actually using all of this because there's not enough copper. The copper only goes halfway and then it runs out. Okay, that we might be able to just solve at this point. Okay, right, you are no longer going to split. You are going to be our line of... One of these smelting arrays is just going to feed copper into there. And then we'll do that. And here again, you are not going to split. You are going to be an entire array of copper going that way. So and then the third array of copper will do that. Okay, and there's some gaps in my copper production. How many trains do I have running to here? I bet I've only got the one. Trains. Looking at copper. Yeah, we've only got a single copper ore train. We need a second one. So, put down the locomotive. Okay, go to map mode. Copper ore mining. I want to copy, shift right hand click. Did that work? It did. This is now all set up for copper. Okay, your job. Go to copper ore mining until you are full, and then go to copper ore base delivery until you are empty. Go. Right, that should help keep this a little more continuous if we've got two trains running. Is the first one on its way back? Yes. And production here is going relatively well. These red or yellow belts. These are 15. These are yellow belts. Okay, we're going to upgrade this. It's another reason why I added the building train here. So if we just tell you to do that. That will make up for the fact that some of these miners have actually stopped and run out already. Let's not bother doing that. No point upgrading where we don't need. And these yellow belts will get returned to the base and upgraded into reds. So now that we've done that, this station here has opened up and is requesting stuff, so the building train should come along and feed it the stuff it needs. So there you go. There's all the red belts coming out and the bots are responding. Okay. So now we make sure we've got a continuous supply of copper. Oops. Okay, so the first line of copper is going straight there. Second line of copper is going there. And the third line of copper starts splitting off here and redistributing, because we're not using as much copper everywhere else. Right, is that helping, or do we need even more? Right, it's not getting very far along, is it? Okay, we need a lot more copper smelting. Right. Let us remove that. And we're going to triple this. Right. Let's go to map mode because it's easier. Let's leave like a little bit of a gap, just in case we need to run stuff in the future. And we definitely might need to expand our copper mining. Got 15 million there we could tap. 10 million up there. That 15 million is going to be easier for the train network, I think. Okay, so the base is going to leap into action and try and get that done. Because we need more greens. And if we're not even using all the stuff we're currently doing, then that's not good. These are all blue, aren't they? Yeah, these are all assembly machine 2s, so that's okay. See, there's still no green circuits reaching the solar panels. See, absolutely no greens make it past our blue chip makers. That's because we're spending it all on science. Okay, I think what we need here is a 4 to 6 balancer. No, we'll unload from both sides of the train. Yeah, let's do that. So we're on copy. From there to there. Actually, this is the old-fashioned design, isn't it? We want this. Which I think is going to be a little bit quicker and better. But I'm not going to dismantle that, because if I do, the base will just spend forever picking up all the loose bits of copper. So we'll just do it for the other side. This should do. If I grab... I want those power poles, I think. Let's grab that. Pop you down. Why aren't I putting down those chests? Oh, because the base is probably doing it. Yeah. Okay, and we want to run a red wire across. Tell it to pick up the copper. So what we'll do is we'll put another 4x4 balancer here. Oh, thank you, autosave, for kicking in just at the moment I press the button. But be careful I don't run myself over. Right, can we cross with reds? Should be able to. Why is some of this only on one half? Just because it hadn't finished in time. Like, it wasn't all in place, I think, the last time a train showed up. Right, so those are unloading really fast. I might even be able to get a third one in. Right. Let's get rid of this. Down to, say, here. It's going to have to reroute. Get rid of that, and that kicks that off. Yes, I know there's a tree in the way. The tree is going to die. Right. I don't think we're going to bother with the coal here anymore, actually. We get rid of you, and we'll put down a requester chest. Ask for solid fuel. There you go, 50 solid fuel, that'll do. Request from buffer chest, just in case. I don't think I need that. Right, so it looks like we need a little bit of a power connection. Okay, why have all of these stopped working? Not quite sure why that happened. Good. This is all constructed and functioning. Okay. How do we want to do this? Where is the halfway point on this array? It's here, isn't it? Where I do the switcheroo. So we are actually going to cut the copper there. And if I can get through... Oh, hang on, we don't want that recycling there anymore, do we? Oh no, that's a recycling for copper cable, that's fine. And there. So, first two lines of copper go in there and there. The third one goes onto the rest of the base. Let's actually do this differently. We are no longer going to do this. Let me cut that off. These three coppers are just going to go on to the rest of the base. Your copper, your copper, your copper. Right, that's all fine. One of those might be needed. But what we've got here is 3 smelting arrays, which I think are going to be dedicated just to this. And in fact, I might add a 4th. Yeah, we're going to add a fourth column. Right. This is the sort of scaling up I think you need to do at this point. Grab you. And you're actually going to go there. Off of map mode, please. Right, are you within a construction zone? You are. Right, so now we've got four lines of copper. Right, first one, I need to get it up here, going in this direction. Because what we're going to do is we're going to do this copper in the opposite direction. This copper is going to go this way. I don't want to go too far. Where's my breaking point? Here. Oh! So there's an update to the game coming soon, and one of the things it's going to do is make it so by default you build belts in a straight line. That will be nice. Okay. So one of them's going to go that way, the other one is going to go up. There's going to be a belt heading this way, so I need this one to actually empty out. Oh, that was the wrong thing. I need to empty out there. Alright, what were you? I think you were... Were you that? Were you making cable? I assume you were making cable. Yes, that appears to complete a pattern. Right. As I said, I need to do that because there's going to be copper here also running this way, and I need it to not run into each other. Right, so you're going to do that. Go away, tree. Thank you. I'm going to have that same problem here, aren't I? I kind of didn't want this one to be on a curve. You cannot reach. Why is the reach for chopping wood so close? Right. Right, we'll move you there. And we're actually going to move this one to the side. I'll be back once I've wired this. Right, that should be most of the wiring done. So I got this fourth column hooked up to actual copper. So it should be outputting now. The output of these will run around here. Hopefully, nope. There's a tree in the way. I should have just cleared out all of the nature. More trees. Come on. Alright, that's got that all done. So, this goes into a four-way splitter here, so if this thing isn't drawing fully, it should be okay. Like, if bits of the array are drawing on the copper not as fast, then this four-way splitter means that this smelting array gets used evenly. So, I'm hoping that a full lane of copper is enough to make it to the end of each of these. I mean, before I doubled the size of the array, I'm pretty certain that the copper was getting to the end, so that's okay. Yeah, there we go. So copper is getting to the end. It's starting to get to the end at the top as well. There we go. So that's happy. The copper here loops around, comes at it from the back, so we should see the same thing. And if we can actually get all of this array working, then that should double the amount of green circuits we're making. And I still might add another one of these at the top. Okay, these are all running. Now, some of them are still having their output blocked, which is strange. We are still completely blocking it up by the time we get here, aren't we? Maybe these arrays are just too long. Okay. Okay, so we've got those 4 dedicated to that. And we've got 3 lines of copper still heading up into the base. And when we get to this point, we still thin out. If half of this array down here is blocked, then there's no point having it. See, all of those are blocked. What are the solutions? I could upgrade the entire belt to be blue. That would get us to get more out. It's from like here onwards. We're able to support 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 machines, and then the last ones just don't. Do we try and blue belts? Blue belts are very expensive. How many do I keep on hand? 5, about 400 or so. But for this to really work, I would need to upgrade a lot of this belt as well. No, okay, we're going to do this differently. These arrays are obviously a bit too long, aren't they? So the first thing I'm going to do is try and take a copy of the portion of the array that works. We're going to make a blueprint. And we're going to copy up to where the machines start to get blocked. This is green circuits. Create that blueprint and we will drop it down there. Okay, and we're going to grab that lit and we're going to make more green at the top. So these machines aren't doing anything. So we will deconstruct them. So those ones there. What this does mean, of course, is I've probably overkilled it on the copper, but that doesn't matter. Right, and let's get rid of these ones as well. And I've got rid of my copper cable recycling, just as I probably injected an awful lot of copper cable into the system. So any copper cable in the system, go there and pop in there. Right. Is this array running okay? No flashing lights. Yep, that seems fine. We've got plenty of iron getting to the end still. And we've got 2 solid lines here of green circuits. So now what we can do is we're going to go up here and we're going to inject green circuits at the point they are needed. Okay, well we do appear to be doing slightly better than we were before. Where are most of them going still? Okay, we've got almost 2 full lines of green circuits coming up here, and then afterwards we've only got the 1. So I think it's after here we want to insert this. It's just a question of where. big is that blueprint green circuits? It's not that big, actually. This gives us a full belt of green circuits. I could pave over that lake. I could do it down here, but then that's more or less out of position. Where are green circuits next used? Here. So yeah, no, it wants to be here. Right, I think we're going to remove these solar panels. The base will just pick them up and put them back somewhere else. Right. Some green circuits. And I want the output to go along the bottom of that lake and then down the side of blue. My blue array's too long as well, isn't it? Well, this is what happens when you don't like fully, you know, actually plan in any way. Wait. Different green circuits. Right, don't need any of this stuff. Because we're just going to reverse the direction of the copper belt. So we need 2 lanes of copper up here somehow. Let's just bypass this bit of water and reverse these belts. Let me get this set up. So just connecting the last of this up. I just took a single belt of copper and iron up here and I've split it because I think that might actually be enough. I think the problem wasn't so much a lack of copper as my array just being far too long. I mean, we should be able to see. This isn't fully hooked into the belt yet, but once these end ones are in full production, will the iron and the copper still make it to the end? And I think it will. So what I need to do is blend these. Oh, this cliff. Let's blend this now into the belt. So how do I want to do this? I don't want to do that, but I might want to do something like that. So blend in with whatever's on the second column. So let's pop you underground like so. Yeah, this works. Right, and then this splitter makes sure that that one is nice and solid again. So hopefully that will actually speed up some of my science production because the Spidertron has been a bit stalled. So which is the science we are actually out of? Looks like we've got everything other than whatever is supposed to be on the other side of this. Yeah, purple science I think was completely starved of green circuits. Okay, so I didn't manage to make the Spidertron. but hopefully we have improved things. I mean, it's possible I should be outposting this, making dedicated outposts to smelting and production and making chips. Power production is... we are satisfied, but it's pretty close. So now that we've actually got more of these green stuff, I think I can pop down another one of these solar arrays. Do we have room up here? Or will the water get in the way? I think we just carry on along here. Oh, new bases have appeared. Let's see what we can do about that, shall we? Alright, so that should cope with some of the enemy and more of the base needs. So are we actually producing the science we need now? Yes, we are, finally. So progress on the Spidertron should continue. So in the next episode, hopefully we will make that.